We watch Super Bowl ads with our kids nearby, sometimes with a beer in hand, as effortlessly as we once shouted, "Tastes great!" or "less filling" at Old Miller Lite commercials. It's a lesson in osmosis. If you pull aside a handful of teenagers and ask what they think of when they hear Super Bowl, they'll say, "Bud Light," says Dr. Megan Moreno, a professor of pediatrics at the University of Wisconsin School of Public Health. Sports commercials have evolved. Ads for online betting don't just suggest, they invite, offering credits with familiar faces linking gambling to the thrill of the game. "I have teenagers," Moreno says. "There's not a lot of content enjoyable to watch together." Sports provide that connection, but it's tricky. Especially when parents bet themselves, the Super Bowl is a prime opportunity to have a conversation, whether we acknowledge it or not. "It's so interwoven now that parents need to discuss it," Moreno says. "Here's what gambling means, and here's what to watch for when you're older." A 2018 Supreme Court ruling made mobile betting legal in 30 states. Celebrities like Jamie Foxx and Drake promote gambling apps, which are accessible with a few taps. "You hear kids talking about it in ways they never did before," Moreno says. "It used to be secretive. Now you can gamble mid-game from your phone." A University of Michigan poll found 55% of parents don't know their state's legal betting age. While it's generally 21, younger kids still gain access. "We hear about parents setting up accounts their kids use, or kids using them without asking," Moreno says. 69% of parents report their teens have a debit or credit card in their name. Many play app-based games with in-app purchases linked to games of chance. "This isn't true gambling, but it's a warm-up," Moreno says. Fantasy sports also play a role. Teens among the 62.5 million players in the U.S. and Canada feel the highs and lows of betting, sometimes without realizing the stakes. "For adults, it's easier to compartmentalize," Moreno says. "For teens, at a vulnerable stage of identity building, it's harder to separate." How do we help? Pause the game when a gambling ad appears. Ask your child, "What are these ads trying to sell? How does it connect to what we're watching?" Teens love analyzing manipulation. They enjoy seeing what the man is trying to get them to do, Moreno says. Give real-world scenarios. What if you bet $5 and lost? What if it was $50? What if I bet $500 and we had to cancel our trip? Be honest about your habits. I struggle with this. How do we navigate it together? How do we know when it's a problem? The more real parents are, the more kids resist, Moreno says. It removes the forbidden fruit appeal and gives them a plan.